because, I don't know, I like being able to share my work. I like hanging out. And it helps me focus because I swear to God, it took me 2-3 hours to finish the last bits of line art. It was challenging to do, which didn't help. And part of it was also researching a thing so that I could get a special brush inside too. But still, like, I work pretty slow sometimes if I'm not very focused. And streaming helps me focus sometimes. But hello, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a very pleasant and chill Wednesday. My Wednesday was honestly pretty chill. I woke up, I was able to sleep in, which always lovely. I think we had a power outage over the last night because my cat's food bowl, she has an automatic feeder. It didn't go off, so it was all empty. So when I made myself breakfast, she was like, meh, going absolutely nuts because she was like, I don't have food. So it probably turned off last night. Wednesday hectic but survivable. Well, I'm glad it was survivable. Also, hello Matt. But yeah, played a couple games. Then decided that I should be working, started working, had dinner, and now here I am. I decided that I have energy and I want to work. But a very, very, very chill day on my end. I am so glad I'm sitting in a little blanket again because the weather is like that kind of perfect temperature where it's not too cold, not too warm, but I don't have to turn on the heating at all. And if I'm a little chilly, I can just pull up a blankie. It makes me very happy, very pleased. I've been good. Wednesday was very chill. I'm happy to hear that. It's, that's good. Yesterday was such good weather too. Like, yesterday was perfect for going outside. Like, you can wear a shirt and be fine. You can bring a jacket if you're like a little chilly, but like you're not melting. It was a little humid down in the afternoon, but I was pretty pleased. I'm so glad it's cooling off again. Same. I'm so not built for the hot weather. I mean, besides the fact that I'm a ginger. I like the sun, I like the good weather, but the heat waves are too much for me. And I don't know, this year I didn't really feel like it. Like, hell man, I have an AC now due to the heat waves and everything. Again, shout out to my friends. But I don't know, it felt like too much. I didn't even feel like I could enjoy the hot weather most of the time because it was so, like, insanely hot instead of just, like, nice hot. It just made me want to stay inside more than anything. Yeah, I'm just glad it's cooling off and that I get to chill out, wink, and relax. And you know, if it gets a little bit warmer again now, I think it'd be okay. But all my friends are looking forward to fall weather. Glad to wear turtlenecks again. I don't like turtlenecks too much. I used to have one. I think I still have like one sweater that has like a turtleneck-y kind of situation. But that's the thing, and that's why I don't really like the hot weather anyway, is that I overheat very easily. Like, I get way too warm, and I have trouble regulating my body temperature. So if I just get warm, I just feel really sick the entire time, and like, it makes me anxious. So I don't like wearing clothes that cover up like that. I do like big sweaters though, like big hoodies and such, but they're more loose. I really want to buy like a very nice XXL, like extra large sweater for myself so I can just drown in it. But I tend to not wear those unless it's actually cold outside. But yeah, that's fair, you know. I like them fashion-wise. Like, I think they're cool. You want to buy one of those blanket hoodies? Fair. They seem so comfortable. I do have a couple of kigus. And I have a special kigu coming up that I won't have until I get back. Because my friend in the States is making it. And so I'm, you know, when I'm there, taking it back home. But yeah, those sound amazing. When it's really cold, I actually tend to wear my kigus because then I get to be comfy and cute. But I'm just gonna pop on over here. Hello. And get out my tablet. This is where I am at. I just gotta color in. This is the character. And it's gotta be interesting because like I can color pick, but some of the colors are a little bit like it's shaded, so it's not gonna be a perfect one-to-one, so I might finagle some colors here and there. But I'm excited. It's a very cute character. That looks so cute already, thank you. I struggled so much with that darn box. I don't even want to talk about it. Like, it's not funny how hard it was to draw this. Drawing things in perspective is so hard. I also noticed I forgot to color one of the lines. But I feel like I did an okay job. Is it perfect? No. Do I care anymore? Absolutely not. Sometimes you just gotta accept it and move on. And that's what I have decided to do. It's the spirit. You know, because like, I will always, don't get me wrong, I will always try my best. Like, this is a commission. I will always try my utmost best to do everyone's characters justice. I mean, this is a game character, but still. But sometimes there's only so much I can do. And like within a reasonable time. I'm not the type of person to do a whole perspective study on a commission. I specifically decided to finish the line art off stream as well so that I could do it in a more relaxed way. Because I noticed myself getting a little stressed out while doing it on stream. Which is fair. It, you know, you're being watched. It feels different. But yeah, I will always try my best to do characters justice and draw them as nicely as I can. But there's a limit to how much I can do and how much time I can spend on a piece. Because, you know, there's limits of my skill. Also, what I try to remind myself of is that people often tend to look at art for a minute max, on social media even less, while you as an artist stare at it for hours. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, when it's like this, it's a commission, right? So I know that this is a character that the person really likes. So I feel like they're staring at it longer. For obvious reasons. But then still, that's a good thing to remind yourself of, that like small details are gonna get lost, and people won't appreciate it the same way or criticize it the same way that you will. And that's totally okay. But it does help you to get loose. Like, for me, it's more a thing of, like, sometimes I have to just admit the fact that, I'm not skilled at a particular thing yet, and, that while drawing it is good practice. It doesn't have to be quote-unquote perfect. I don't think any piece can be perfect anyway, because I don't know, I always try to get better in time. But that obviously, you know, is gonna take time. I will say, this is totally unrelated, I did get the brush I wanted. Look! It's not perfect because it doesn't end in, like, a line at the end there. But I did use it here. And I used it for the laces. This is exactly what I wanted it for. Because I use side 2, and I know that it's easier to do in stuff like Clip, but I don't use Clip. Not because of their recent shit, I'm attached to Sai and my line art brush in here. And I cannot mimic it in Clip whatsoever. I've tried, to no success. But I really wanted a brush like this specifically for laces because it's such a pain in the ass to draw those. Especially when it's like this small. So I was very excited to do a Google search and be able to find this. I do laugh because since I started drawing this, I started playing the game that this character is from, Arknights, and I've been collecting operators, as they're called, and I'm in love. So many are so cute. There are some specific ones that I really want. So may I be lucky in my roles, I guess. I learned digital art in Clip Studio, so I'm hanging on to that instead of other software. Yeah, no, that's super fair. I, like, no judgment to anyone who uses Clip at all. I do have opinions on the recent stuff, but, I own Clip. I own Clip Studio. I also have an iPad, so I do have it on that. Although I don't use it much recently, so I've cancelled my subscription for now, because I do like it a lot better than Procreate for the iPad. Yeah, sure is something for yeah, that's a great way to phrase it. For me it's a thing of, like, it won't affect me, right? I don't like the way they went about the announcement is my main issue, is that just like, man, you guys sure were stepping in fast when Adobe was doing this kind of stuff, and now you're doing something that is somewhat similar. It's not exactly the same. But I don't know, I don't appreciate when they're all smug about that and now they're like, oops, actually. And just the way they announced it could have been much better. And people are still within their absolute right to dislike what is happening no, okay, that is the right layer. But so I do own Clip, but I just don't use it because I, like, ever since I was 15, like somewhere there, 14, 15, 16. I don't know the exact because it's been over 10 years. I started using Psy because before this, I had Photoshop because my dad's a digital artist as well. So I had the sheer luck of being able to use his Photoshop copy. But then I saw people on DeviantArt using Psy, and it looked so cool. And I was like, oh, I'm curious what this is about. Like, I want to know. So I tried the demo. I fell in love. My dad bought me the software as a little, I don't know, like, I don't know whether it was just a gift or a birthday present, but I remember my dad got me a copy. And I was just in love with how the software runs because it's so smooth and it's so light that I was like, this is perfect. Oh, head pets. That reminds me to turn on my bot. I'm sorry. Every time I do sudden streams, I forget to turn on Biku. Like a fool. I will trigger it for you, Marsh. I apologize. Yeah, no, completely agree. Also, they phrased it in such a weird way and was so unclear. Yeah, so many people were so confused, which is so fair because it was really confusing. Let me do head pats for you. Bop. Thank you for that, pats. But yeah, so I used Psy, and I have always been eager to try other art programs. As I stayed drawing in Psy, because I was also very curious. So when Clip was having a sale, I don't know, a few years ago, I bought it. And I told my dad about it because I figured he might like it. And he does think it's cool, it's just not for what he does. He does more Vector stuff. And I do, again, like, I do really think the program is very cool. For me, it's just very overwhelming, like, with how many options it has. It doesn't run as smooth as I'd like it to, but that's because I'm very used to Psy. That is such a light program that it just runs. So I never switched to it. Like, I gave it a couple tries. Like, I truly tried to make work into, like, proper pieces in it. But I felt myself being so slow because it's, you know, a new learning curve of learning a new program. That I kept always being like, well, if I actually want to get something done, I'm gonna do it in Psy, because the blending and everything in it is what I'm so familiar with. And specifically my line art brush, but also my coloring, I'd say I'm very attached. So I just never made that switch. You're not true white. The eyes are, but I do not agree with that. So we're gonna do it my way. And that is not to dish on Clip whatsoever. Clip is a fantastic program. It's just hard to switch once you're used to something. Like I said, I gave it solid tries. I really was like, man, because like there is a lot of stuff in Clip itself that I love, and certain special brushes that I would love to be able to use. But no such luck for me. I did, and now I downloaded some new special brushes for Psy itself, and I'm pretty pleased with that. Oh yeah, that's what makes switching between CSP and Procreate such a pain too. Just the brushes being different. Yeah, and like, what fucks me up in Clip the most, sorry, I gotta tie up my hair, it's being annoying as heck. What gets me the most with Clip versus Psy is the stabilizer. It's different, like in Clip it works per brush. Actually, if I'm tying up my hair, why not? It works per brush rather than working overall. And the stabilizer in Psy is, I don't know, one, very simplified, but also so smooth. And I have, like I said, I have such a hard time then, like, finding the brushes that I like. And I feel like if I experiment more next year in, like, trying different styles and letting go of the way that I work a little bit and just, I don't know, letting loose a little bit, I think I'd find it more fun. But since I'm not doing that, I just get so stressed about it. Stretch? I will stretch, thank you. I did have a nice break in between working today because I had dinner. So I'm actually feeling quite good. In CSB it is very bad. I feel so sad about it because like it could be so good. I know this is a very confusing way to work, but because I am only gonna do flat colors for this, I can work a little bit more loosely and here and there with my layers. So I'm working a little bit out of order here and there. Yeah, I feel like if that already was different, I'd like the program more. But alas. I wanna have a slightly darker shade for this. Just so that it sits from the skin more. You want me to use my fox? Alright, hold on. You pull away the tablet, go fox mode. Oh, I need to pull open multiple things. Hello. Oh, the tablet is too big. That better? Yeah, but what does the fox say? Well, you hear me talk now, don't you? It is so cute, I had to. It's all good. I just always have to make sure I pull up VTube Studio. That's better. Sometimes, this is what I mean, like I'm gonna finagle the colors a little bit because the OG colors are with a very specific shading style in mind as well. What drawing tablet do you use? I have a Cintiq Pro 16, I think. Hold on. Oh my god. Cintiq. Yes, I have a Cintiq Pro 16-inch. And I'm in love with it. It's so good. Hello! Hi, mermaid! I realized my fucking flux is on. Nose wiggle. Mm-hmm. Flux, where are you? You need to stay off while I'm drawing, baby. Disable while using paint to sight. I'm gonna turn off. Fully. I think so. Any recommendations for a tablet on budget? Yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna ask my chat to answer that one, because I'm gonna be real and say that I haven't used a cheaper tablet since I was a teenager, and I have no first-hand experience with any other brand. I definitely do not recommend the Wacom Cintiq Pros, because they're very expensive. And I will say that you don't need a Cintiq at all. I personally love them as tablets, but I am aware that they are pricey. And that's not within everyone's range. They have a big range of different kinds. They have an expensive one from their brand, but I know they have smaller and budget options too. So I have a Cintiq 24 HD and had to stop using it because it was hurting my neck and arms, so now I'm back to using an Intuos Pro. Yeah, I quite like using a screen tablet, but that's also the thing, is like, are you asking like tablet recommendations or screen tablets? Because that is a huge difference. Because I also don't recommend screen tablets to everyone, because they are expensive and it's not necessary. I started out on a Wacom Bamboo Fun, which is like just a very small little tablet. Very good tablet, honestly. But just like a graphics tablet. And they're very good. Very reliable, easy to travel with. And you have different brands for that too, that aren't necessarily Wacom if you, because I know that even their graphics tablets can be more expensive. I will speak for the fact that they are very reliable and durable, because the tablet that I used literally would have worked up until now, probably. Am I in the wrong layer? I am in the wrong layer. But honestly, I would say look up some YouTube videos with recommendations. I also don't know how to use a drawing tablet well. I write and draw with my left hand and use my mouse with the right. Yeah, I would suggest trying out a graphics tablet first and not a screen tablet. You can use them regardless of what hand you use for drawing and writing. You can just flip them. I'm right-handed, but I could flip this tablet and use it with the left hand, no problem. It is definitely a learning curve. Like I said, I started out with a small graphics tablet. Got used to that, worked with it for years. And then eventually I decided that I had been wanting a Cintiq, like a screen tablet. Back then, only Cintiqs were really a thing, for many years. What is happening with my cables here? Sorry. My cable got stuck. I'd been wanting to get a Cintiq. Ended up getting one when I was 18-ish, 19. I got a Cintiq 13 HD, I think, or whatever they were called. And then I had to relearn again, and that goes from switching to any other tablet, because even now I have 2 screen tablets. It's a long story. If I switch in between them, it feels different. If I switch to my iPad, it feels different. If I use my friend's tablet, it feels different. Even if you use exactly the same programs, it's always gonna feel different. So don't be super critical if you're of yourself if you're switching from traditional drawing to digital drawing. It's gonna take a bit to get used to, and don't be super critical on like if you're switching between like different tablets. They all have a different feel. And everyone has different preferences with that. But Chat is on top of it, I see, and making very good comments. And there's a learning curve. It took me a month of forcing myself to use it before I got used to using it. Yeah. Allow yourself some time to get used to it. It can take a bit before you actually get the hang of it, as if it takes a special eye-hand coordination. Yes, for sure. And that, again, that goes because some people think that, oh, well, if I use a screen tablet, it takes less time getting used to, right? Because I can directly see where I draw. That's not true at all. Like, yes, it makes a difference. And it, like, I can connect it more to how it feels to draw on paper. But it's not the same. Because that also depends on what kind of tablet you have. I have one with a glass top, so I have less what is called parallax, and that is where your tip of your pen sits compared to where it will appear on screen. Hat pats. Oh! I can't reach him! Thank you. I need to pull myself up. Not my tablet, me. I'm too small. Too small for these hands. Yeah, it can be a little bit of a hard question to answer at times because it's just, it depends on where you are at right now, what your budget is as well. Because I'm very much for try cheap if you have a small budget, and if you're just wanting to try it out, just try something cheaper. But if you're willing to commit, I'd say if you're comfortable spending a little bit more, you can try Wacom. But it's like, these days Wacom is so not the only thing that you have to buy. I'm so glad for my peers that don't have to buy all the shit that I had to, because it's just not... That is a different green. It's just not all Wacom anymore. There's actually different options that are good. Because, like, I was just talking about how I have 2 screen tablets, and it's in no way to brag because I'm not happy about having 2. It's just because there wasn't really many options back then for tablets. And I wanted a tablet to travel with. So I got a Cintiq, not even a Cintiq, a Mobile Studio. I like the tablet. It's so expensive for what it is, and if I had the option back then to buy a Apple Pen, yes, an iPad and the pen, I would have just gone with that. But back then they weren't really feasible, and like they were about just as expensive, and I really wanted to continue using Sai. So I bought that tablet, used it for a few years, then I moved to where I live now, and I couldn't really get use out of my tablet anymore because one of the problems that it has is that technically you can connect it to a computer, but it doesn't work the same as a Cintiq. So I'm gonna make this, is it like, the overalls are different color. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm also trying to think about how the fuck to color this. But yeah, and like back when I bought my first screen tablet, like Huion and those things, they were just not reliable. Like you could get them, but I don't even know if you could get them back then, but I just knew that other brands were generally really cruddy. And I wanted to invest into something that I could use in the long run. And the nice thing about that is that I bought products that my friends have used up until recently. Like, I gave my old, like one of my old tablets, well, I know one of my dad's old Wacom tablets, like graphics tablets, to my friend, and then to that same friend years later I sold my old Cintiq 13 HD because I was moving on to a different tablet, to the travel one that I talked about, the Mobile Studio. And I think they sold it again then afterwards. So it, like, they are very sturdy. They stay good for a very long time. And I find that rather impressive for hardware. It's okay though, I don't, you know, it happens. It's just how it used to be. And that's why I'm glad it's not necessarily how it is anymore. There are different options. And now I'm very spoiled with my Cintiq Pro. They're very nice. The pressure sensitivity of it is amazing. And I don't want to have anything else ever again. I have my iPad for traveling, although I haven't used it much this year. It's just nice to have. It's good to have options. God, the amount of line art layers in this piece is a little bit nuts. It's just so that I don't, accidentally erase something that I needed. Sometimes it's a little bit easier separating all your line art, but looking at those layers, I'm like, oof. Although after making a VTuber, I have seen the amount of layers you get for that shit. That's some crazy stuff. Hot tip, don't try to make a VTuber if your PC can't handle it, because I promise you, it's insane. I just noticed something. Just like ogres, this has layers? Yes. You all can't see the amount because it's behind my overlay. You guys are in front of it with the chat. But yes, many layers. I gave up on trying to name my layers years ago. How do I do this? Like this. But I have learned the trick of just make many layers. Don't worry. You can merge it down if you want to, but don't worry, just make many layers. I do think it's nice they have the same lash technique that I'm using, where it's just the line art and then you color that in. I apologize for the bit of quietness, though. I am focused today. Or, well, trying to be, I guess. No need to apologize, it's just nice to watch, to vibe and watch your work. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, today is one of those days where I was just like, I could stream it. I'm not very particularly high energy today, but I could stream it. Your music is also nice? Hell yeah. Yeah, I love some lo-fi. It's very good working music. Although, if it were up to me, I'd listen to my own music, but... Oh. I would get in trouble with Twitch. I don't want that. This is the perfect type of stream to work along with. Yes. Agreed. I mean, that's what, honestly, what I do most of the time is if I'm working, I put out, like, a nice stream, of someone who's also working on art. Just so that I can, vibe and work alongside them. Such a good thing. Such a chill way to spend time. This is a completely different green again. I don't super love having to guess colors. Like, you can get away with it a little bit better when you're shading. When you're guessing colors on pieces. Because it's less obvious. But when it's pure flats, it's just like, oh. Oh no. Is this the legendary lo-fi beats to study to I heard about? It's actually not. It's from Stream Beats. Because, I can't guarantee that the lo-fi beats to study to is, DMCA free. This is. I wish I was working on art, but these reports won't format and write themselves, but later, then it will be art time. Oh, fair. Good luck with your reports, though. In general, with this character, I just have to be okay with getting details wrong. There's a lot of details, and, I'm working from a finished piece. It's always a little bit of guesswork. Always gotta add a little bit of definition, or at least I try to, even if it's flats. I will drink, thank you. I have my big bottle of water with me. There's a thing on her arm. I can't tell which color that is supposed to be because it's partially in the shade. So I'm gonna go guess for this color. Well, cheers to that. I realize the lines are a little bit further apart, actually. Today's truly a day of, is this how it works in real life? I don't care. This is what we're going with. Such a cute shirt though, with the stripes. It is a very well designed character with the choices they made for the colors. I'll probably also get a little bit of this color in here for the hair. There we go. Oh, I need to do her socks. What are her socks? The socks are the yellow. But like a warmer yellow though. Yeah. Orangey. Shoes are the same as the overalls, basically. Banana socks, basically. And then we have this whitish detailing. Oh. This is looking very cute, thank you. Yeah, I'm pleased with where it was going, where it is going. I was a little nervous, starting it, because, I don't know, I feel like the original style of the characters in the game is so different from my own. So that made me a little nervous. I was like, oh man, will I be able to do this character justice? Which game? It's Arknights. It's a mobile gacha game that plays kind of like Fire Emblem. I was just saying that because of this commission I started playing it, because my friend told me about it and showed me some of the characters. And I was like, oh my god, they're so cute. I'm not a huge gacha gamer because I don't know, I play those games very casually. I don't like spending money on a lot of that stuff because it's like a very easy money hole if you if you do that. But it's honestly pretty fun, and he told me that the story is very nice, so I was very curious, and I gotta say, so far, story is pretty good. Mr. Polkip, hello! Welcome. Oh, I forgot to change back. How long have I been a fox? 37 minutes. I'm gonna give it a little bit more. And then we're changing back. How you doing today? I'm doing good. Doing a little sudden art stream to finish up my work and help me focus. So it's a little bit of a quieter stream, but we vibing in here. How are you doing? Oh yeah, I cannot play gacha games because I'm too tempted to drop too much money into them. Yeah, that's fair. I think I dropped $5 into it now to there's like a monthly card, I guess, that you can get so that you get daily stuff. That I don't mind. That is like the most I will spend on these types of games. But generally, I'm pretty good about it. But there are some very cute characters. Like, I mean, besides just this, I mean, it's just also the art. Like, look at this, it's so cute. This is Beanstalk, I think is her name. But there's so many cute characters, and also furries. And you know, a game with furries, it's like, oh no, you got me. Quiet streams are very nice. Yeah. And I'm doing very good. Just got home and now I'm playing some Minecraft. Hell yeah! Oh man, I haven't played Minecraft in so long. Minecraft is so fun though. I miss playing it, but I would only want to play it with friends. Oh no. I love how this looks. Thank you. I spent a lot of money for Overwatch and it was... Oh! I don't want to talk about how much money I've spent in Overwatch. Or League, for that matter. I used to play League. Now that I ditched League a long time ago. But I used to play League. Alright, I'm also gonna... Are you guys ready to see some horror? Hold on. Oh! I don't have a head. Hello, I'm back. Hello. I also realized that I could probably pull myself a little lower. It's fine, whatever. Minecraft with friends is very nice. Oh my god, I love your model. Thank you! Yeah, I was just using my, feral baby model. Little fox baby. Which, yeah, is there. I'm gonna do the smart thing here. But this is my main model. So I will just enjoy the fan art of the games, and I'm satisfied with that. Fair. Also, have I even introduced myself to you guys yet? I don't think so. Let's see, when you came in... Oh, I can't tell anymore. I don't know if you're new. I feel like I've seen your name before. But feel free to introduce yourself. I've been in a raid once? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be real, I'm not very good at remembering people's names. And I feel bad every time. But boy, do I try. Hi there, I'm Mr. Bullkip. You can call me Kip for short. I use he, him pronouns. I'm from the Netherlands. And it's very nice to meet you all. If you... Hell yeah! Also, big shout out to you for using a pronoun thingy for Twitch. That's great. I love when people use the pronouns for Twitch. So I can tell. Kaas. Ja, kaas is sterk hier. The cheese is strong with this one. We're all pretty cheesy here. Haha. Oh, that was terrible. For those who aren't Dutch, that's how Dutch people greet each other by now, I guess. We just say cheese. In Dutch. I don't have a proper... Yes, I am Dutch! I don't even know how that started, but I just accept my fate. Like, I noticed it on TikTok, that people are like, kaas? That or frikandellenbroodje? And I'm like, yes, hello, I am Dutch. Would you learn to believe that I am indeed also Dutch? Yes, you're definitely Dutch. And of course, Pepernoten in September. Oh my god, why are people freaking out about... I mean, I get it. I too think it's too early, But we freak about that every year, you know? For those, again, who do not know, it's a seasonal thing. It's like a seasonal treat, but the holiday that it's for is on the 5th of December. So it's very early every year. Frikandellenbroodje. Tweede gratis bij Appie. Oh, is it? Oh, fuck, I have to get some. I don't do the pronoun thing because I've been confused for over a year now. That is fair. I mean, I just mean that, like, if you know your pronouns, I appreciate, like, you know, I go by she, they pronouns, for those who didn't know yet. Even though I plaster it everywhere. But I just appreciate when people use the, thing on Twitch. I tried to get it to work in the bot, like, to show up here in the chat. It doesn't work. But I can see it in OBS Studio regardless. Which is what is important. It just makes it easier for me. And I like that because I don't want to get it wrong if I can help it. Yeah, okay, yeah, as I mentioned, my pronouns are she, they. I use both interchangeably, so all is good. I used to have a pronoun check, not command, point channel thing. But then I found that you have the Twitch integrated pronoun thing, and then I was like, ooh, that is actually better. Damn, the werken bij de fancy ad really fucked me over there. Oh no! I'm sorry. I was saying my pronouns are she, they. And I used to have a wait, I don't even know if you can hear me again. I really wish there was an easier way for me to say... Okay, yes, okay, good. I wish there was an easier way for me to see if people are seeing ads at that moment or not. There's not. Thanks, Twitch. I mean, I can't complain too much. Because, I see people complaining about how many ads are playing now these days. I will say straight up, it makes a fuck ton of difference for me, monetary-wise. So people can suck it, because, I don't know, I don't want to force people to sub at all, but the passive income from the ads is very nice, especially since they changed it to 50 rather than 100 for the payout. Your girl's gotta live somehow. Sinterklaas stops Christmas stuff from happening even earlier. Honestly, yes, this is true. It's better than All I Want for Christmas. I do like All I Want for Christmas though. I'm gonna be real. I like that song. I don't want a lot for Christmas. My entire chat just fucking up and leaves. Just like, how dare you do this to us? Did someone? Yes, you can swear here, absolutely. Obviously, don't go crazy. I have the only reason that I have it on so high, the protection in the chat, is for hate raids and such. And for people to not be weird. But you are okay to swear. I say fuck every other second, really. Hello? Hope y'all's is good. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, but new model is so nice. No, thank you! Thank you so much. Thank you, Griff. Hello, hello, how's it going? As someone with too many accounts, a stream of ads would just be pretty nice. I don't know what you're trying to say there, Jürgen. I'd rather watch 3-second 30 ads every 1.5 hours than 2 ads every 20-minute video. Mood. Yeah, of course I thought I'd ask since it caught my message. Yeah, no problem, no worries. I allowed the term. It's just like, it's the easiest way to deal with it, really. And, yeah, I'd rather allow terms and be a little bit safer for everyone than have to deal with the consequences otherwise. Good, very tired, but at least I'm finally home now. Welcome home. I'm glad you're good, though. I get the very tired part. I'm surprisingly not as tired today. Maybe it's the fact that I got to sleep in. You think? I completely understand it's a wise choice you've made. Yeah, I've had to deal with a hate raid once. That was enough. And I'm very happy that with everything I haven't really had to deal with it since. Because it's so annoying for everyone. I don't know, whatever. What are hate raids? Hate raids are something that happened a while back very often. It's not as prevalent anymore, which is good, but it still definitely happens. It's where, it's more so bot raiding, and that's specifically what happened to me, is where you get either raided by someone who is just out to spout some hateful shit and like spams a certain message, which is not allowed on Twitch, by the way, so they've been trying to deal with it. But what specifically happened is bot raids where you would just get a bunch of bots in your chat who would spam the same message or like similar messages that were extremely hateful and like usually specifically to certain things. Like I use the LGBTQIA tag. I'm considering using the disabled tag because it's true. I am disabled. But yeah, they would just like pick one of your tags that is like a marginalized group and they would spam your chat with hateful stuff. And I have stuff in place to prevent that from happening, but one of those is like extra chat protection from Twitch itself. Also, another question, can I make terrible jokes here? We all make terrible jokes here, so yes, absolutely you may. Unfortunately, I get to have class from 5 to 7 in the evening. On Wednesdays this block, which means dinner at 4, because 8 is too late for me. Oh, that's fair. Why would you waste your time doing stuff like that? It's super stupid, especially considering to do stuff like that, you'd have to actually spend money to make that many accounts in quick succession. So it's very weird to me. I once saw a hate raid that only spammed redeems and didn't say anything. It was weird. Yeah, that's a possibility too. I think like one of the other protections that I have set in place is that people can only come into my chat and like, what the hell? And say things if their account is linked to an email and confirmed and a phone and confirmed. Like, I just have a bunch of shit in place just to make it safer for everyone. And like, I've had people come in here and be like, make a little bit of a fuss about it because they're like, well, it's such a hassle to set that up. And I'm like, listen, I understand. I fully understand that it is a hassle, but you have to understand that, again, I had to deal with that. And you know what's worse? is trying to play, what was it? I was like playing Deltarune and just seeing my spam, like, and you get mass follows too, because that's usually the way they get around it, is that they follow your channel, which I don't have following as a requirement to talk in my chat. But it's so annoying. And like, it was a lot of like very hateful and like, triggering messages. So, you know, trying to stream and deal with that is way worse than you linking your account to an email. Yeah, that also works against bot rates and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Again, I have multiple things in place for hate rates and bot rates because it's just better that way. I try for this place to be a safe space. This is an 18+ space in general. Like, I have the stream set to mature, more so because of our humor in this house. But those are good questions, honestly, and like, I don't mind explaining. It's just that, like, there's a couple things that, like, I understand people's frustrations, but there's nothing much I can do, and I'd rather do this than deal with bullshit. Wait, I didn't even know it was Wednesday, my dudes. Ah! It is Wednesday, my dudes. Logging in, that stuff was annoying, but hate rates are worse. Yeah, exactly. Wait, oh my god, thank you for reminding me it's Wednesday. I need to check up on someone real quick. BRB? Oh, hell yeah. Are you excited for Deltarune Chapter 3? I hope it comes out soon. Oh, absolutely, yes. I mean... Okay, here's the thing. Yes, because the games are lovely and I'm very excited to play them. But also, my excitement fades as I wait, and then comes back up as we get announcements about it, you know? I love Undertale, I love Deltarune, but I don't think about it too much when I'm not actively, playing it. Or about to play it. But if it does come out, I am playing it on stream. I tried Chapter 2 fully blind and it was one of the best experiences in gaming I had. Ooh, yeah, same. I played it blind on stream. It was great. I have returned. Welcome back. Have you ever played Domori? I have not. I don't know how much I'd enjoy it, to be very honest. Also, a Limbo champion walked into the bar, he lost. Amazing. It gets dark sometimes, but it's so good. I love Undertale and Deltarune, but I especially love the soundtracks. Toby's music style is exactly up my alley. Yes. We listen to Undertale bosses on art streams specifically quite often because I have a playlist of like all the bosses, and it's such a jam. And it helps, like, it's like an hour long, it helps me focus. So sometimes I'm like, alright, we put an Undertale music list on, and then wherever I'm at afterwards, that's where I stop. If I'm like, man, I just want to work for an hour more and then leave. But generally, it's just, music is so fucking good. Ooh, but what I wanted to talk about, actually, have you guys seen the new Nintendo Direct? Because I screamed about it in my server, but I'm so fucking excited for the Story of Seasons! It's a Wonderful Life remake. That game is my childhood. I played that on, like, the Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. I played that on the GameCube for so long. I fucking love it. I know everyone's freaking out about Zelda, and I'm so happy for everyone who's excited about Zelda. But I love that game so much, and when I watched the little trailer announcement, they used the old music, and I got all emotional about it, because it's just so much my childhood. Oh. I literally had goosebumps the entire time. It was so good. Pokemon Stadium is the one I'm looking for. I'm excited for that too, because I never really actually played Pokemon Stadium. We borrowed it when we had a GameCube, but I never played it myself. The only Nintendo thing I had was a Wii and a DS Lite. Fair. No, I started with a GameCube. We got one for Christmas when I was a kid. And I loved it. Okay, I'm just gonna... But yeah, I don't know. The second that game comes out, I'm buying it, I'm playing it. I'll probably play it on stream or some stuff, and then play it off stream anyway as well. Because, my god. That game is just my entire childhood, and I'm very soft for the music for it. I haven't actually looked at it yet myself, but seems everyone's excited about a lot of things. Yeah! It's all farm games. There's a lot of farm games, but you know, farm games are good. I haven't bought a Nintendo product since Pokemon Ultra Sun. I have either Sun or Moon, but I didn't like them as much. I'm very excited for the new Pokemon. I have it pre-ordered, and I'm very excited about this. I don't know if I'll play Zelda. I didn't play the first one, so I don't know. I like Zelda games. I like watching them. I don't love playing them. They're overwhelming for me. I don't know why. They're so good, but I prefer watching other people play them. Okay, I have to ask for contractual reasons, but is It's a Wonderful Life the one that you can marry a mermaid? I don't think so. I don't remember there being a mermaid when I was a kid. I think that was the one for the Game Boy Advanced. So I'm gonna say no. The one thing I am very excited about though with the remake is that you can play a boy or a girl or non-binary. And that made me excited because in the original you could only play a boy. And now I'm just gonna be a non-binary legend and marry pretty ladies. I know exactly who I'm gonna marry as well. It's gonna be Nami again. I loved her. Nice, at least for people who are into that anyway. Yeah. Did you see the trailer where they show the night Pokemon? They look so cool. Yes! Oh, that actually made me pre-order. I mean, I was gonna pre-order regardless, but it just reminded me like, oh, I should pre-order. Pokemon Sun was the first one I beat because I didn't understand English well enough with Black and didn't have a 3DS for X and Y. That's fair. The first Pokemon I beat was Soul Silver because I didn't know enough English to beat it by then, but I did not beat all the old games that I had because I didn't know enough English, so I relate. Scarlet? Yes, I am getting Scarlet. Gee, what gave it away? Remember playing Black 2? Like it was Pokemon Go? I was not a smart child. It's okay. The sound of your voice? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what gave it away. I did like, Let's Go, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu though, but I never even finished it. Like, I'm so bad when it comes to finishing Pokemon games. And especially, like, the remakes haven't really done it for me. Not since Soul Silver. I did really love X and Y. It was great. But I finished Shield. I had to think which one I owned again. But never went to catch the legendaries. Like, I never bothered. So I'm very excited for, like, a Pokemon game that is a slightly different take on it all. I bought Pokemon Pearl 3 years ago, but I bought it in France, and the first game you could change the language was X and Y. Yep. And then you still don't get Dutch. I'm trying to see if there's details that oh, her ribbon. How could I forget her ribbon? I drew it in everything. I was just talking with the friend who commissioned me for this, is that I haven't really been eager to buy many new games because it's just, as much as I love the Switch, dishing out 55 euros for a game every time is a lot of money. And there's so many games that I haven't even finished. But the ones that I'm like very excited about, I will get anyway. I played Shield way too much. That's what happens when all Dutchies game in English, I guess. I mean, I guess so, but not only that, because like, I just think it's not enough spoken language to get translated, I guess. Oh, that's the wrong one. And it was very hard when I was a small child. Like, I remember playing Pokemon Red, but I never finished it because I just didn't understand what was going on. Alright. We're getting there. I remembered I bought Pokemon Black recently because it was my first, and I lost it, so I started a Nuzlocke while not knowing the story at all. I never finished it, but only lost one Pokemon after 3 gyms. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have Black, I think, but I never finished it because I went up until the Elite 6. That's what it is, right? I don't know if my brain is not there right now. But never finished it because I didn't like the scaling in the end. It was suddenly much harder than the rest of the game had been. So I was a little surprised by that. And I just remember back then I was just like not super invested into it, so I was like, meh, okay. Mood, I remember trying to play the first Layton games when I was little, and that one never got translated to Dutch either, made the puzzles even harder, lol. Yeah. That's the fate of being born in a small country. Elite 4! Yes, I meant the Elite 4, not Elite 5. It's 6. Numbers? I don't know numbers today. I don't know shit today. I laughed so hard when I heard the sad music. I don't know, like... I just remember that one not doing it for me, and that, you know, and that's okay, like... Not every single version of the game has to be exactly what you like. And I remember getting to that point and thinking, oh, maybe Pokemon games are just not really my thing anymore. And then I played X and Y, just Y, and I was hooked. Immediately addicted. How dare you? You have to like the game I like. This is the internet. It works that way. We can't have differing opinions. The fuck? And still be respected? That's not possible. I'm basically done flat coloring everything in. I'm just gonna color in line art and stuff like that. And put in some highlights. I love when I look up and my model is freaking out. Because my face was itchy. The sad song was used so much, but I never knew where it came from. It was just generic sad song for me. So when I heard it for the first time, I couldn't help but laugh. Oh boy. I don't even really remember. For me, it feels like such a long time ago because I was in high school playing that game. That's like 10 years ago. Goddamn. Did we start calling you Granny? Rude. Listen, just because you guys are babies does not make me a grandmother. Pokemon Black is 10 years old. I am a fossil. I don't know, man. I'm 27. Please don't call me a grandma. I'm older, not old. I'm 28. High five. Hell yeah. Or also hello. But yeah. High five. Everyone knows that on the internet, once you're past 20, you're practically in the grave already. Oh, I genuinely dislike that mindset so much. Like, as a joke, I don't care. It's fine. Like, people can joke around. But I've had so many friends freak out once they were older than 25 because they're like, oh, I'm so old. And I'm like, you're 25. You're actually not. And now that I'm 27, like, I'm like, man. And like, I remember, because I have friends older than me, like in their 30s and such, and they're just like, yeah, your 30s are basically like your 20s, except you have more money, usually. So honestly, it's better. And that's how I feel. Like, the older I get, I have a better sense of self. I know what I like. I have an easier time standing up for myself because, like, I'm more experienced in life. And, like, not in, like, a super old way, but just, I don't know, like, in a comfortable way. And I still get to be young and happy and do the things I enjoy. Like, I hate when people are like, oh, you dress like that when you're nearing your 30s? Cringe. And I'm like, first of all, you can dress however you like. Second of all, the fuck? And like, I get it. I know when it's a joke, it's all good. But people put so much stress on your 20s, because that's the other thing. It's like, it comes with a lot of like anxiety and like having to achieve things before you reach your 30s. Bro, it doesn't matter. Like, I have friends who are my age that don't have everything achieved yet, and it's okay. I promise you, they didn't die. They didn't spontaneously combust. Do shit at your own pace. You know? You're young as long as you believe yourself to be. Oh, for sure. Like, my dad is nearing 80, like he's gonna be 80 next year. He doesn't act or seem 80. He doesn't even look 80. Now he knows he's old, but not like, because like I'm not about to say that 80 isn't old, but it's just a mindset. I don't like the idea that I have to be mature, like I have to act a certain way, or be a certain way because I am a certain age. Sure, you should be responsible. I feel like responsibility comes with age, but nothing insane. There seems to be a stigma about how you can dress once you're around 30, and it's annoying. The only bad thing about the 30s is that my body hurts more, or other than that, it's great. Oh yeah, mood. Like, understand. Also, hi Woody! I'm good, how are you? Like, that, I feel that. My body hurts a lot more than it used to. I don't have a very well-built body in the sense of like my joints suck and I get sick very easily. That doesn't change with age. Well, it changes, but generally it just gets worse. But, you know. The Netherlands overall has a thing for fitting in, even when it shouldn't matter. Yeah, I don't care about fitting in general, so... How's your dad older than my grandparents? He's not my biological dad, which helps. So that's probably why. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's just the general fear of getting older is something I don't get. Getting older is pretty cool in my opinion, even if sometimes I wish I had the energy I had when I was a kid. Yeah, I feel you. Like, I think I had a moment when I turned 25 myself that I was like, oh man, I'm 25. I should be doing things. But it was more because that's how people around me were. And then I just realized, nah, actually I'm good. Everything's fine. I'm good. I enrolled in my last semester. What's today's subject? Today's subject is Beanstalk, which I'm almost done with. And this is this cute little lady from a game called Arkmates. It's a little commission. Like, I know that there's a lot of fear of growing older. And like I said, I understand because I had it myself. But that fear should never make you judge others with that. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like misplaced immaturity. Hydrate? I will, thank you. Actually, I will drink a lot because I'm pretty thirsty. Thank you for reminding me. Like, you can be youthful and enjoy your life and joking around and all that's all good. I quite like that. I like laughing. So I like people that can make me laugh and, you know, are fun to be around. But there is a time and place, and I don't like it when it goes too far, or when it becomes an excuse of not being serious when it matters. And that's what I meant with, like, you gotta be responsible. Like, I don't feel like people can say, like, oh, well, I just act young in a sense of being irresponsible. I don't like that a whole lot. I think that's because most people speedrun their childhood to be adults just to realize it's too soon for them. I mean, and I don't even blame people because it's a societal thing for sure. Like, I feel it a lot. Like, we kind of are raised to live in a way. Like, I was very lucky. My dad was always, like, very chill and always, like, because I felt like I fell behind very fast because I'm disabled and I struggled with a lot of things because of it, and I was falling behind my peers basically, and my dad was just like, you're in your early 20s, you're fine. When I was in my early 20s, I was getting fucking stoned and doing nothing. Like, he was like, don't get me wrong, it was the 70s and that was like the time to do that, but you're fine. My dad is, you know, as I mentioned, and he is writing and making books now. Your life doesn't end at any point besides when you pass, you know. But, like, just because you're older, that doesn't stop you from doing the things you like. My dad likes writing. He loves writing. He wants to write, so he writes. And his age doesn't stop him from doing that. It's just like a mindset shift that you have to have where sorry, I'm trying to find the right color for this. But yeah, again, like, life doesn't stop at 20, 30, 40. You have plenty of time to achieve your goals and do what you want to do. Trust me. And, like, my dad was always reminding me that it was okay to take my time, and so was my mom. My mom had both me and my brother and then went back to school and got a degree. She already had a degree, but, like, she went back to get a higher degree. Just because she had kids and she was in her 40s didn't stop her from doing all that. You can still do that later in life. I think it's also a part in there's a lot of just pressure to have everything figured out by 25, at least financially, which is just so necessary. It's not financially just that either. It's like, you have to have, like, you have to be married, have kids, your partner, your own place, a driver's license, a steady job. Like, it's so many weird things. And like I said, my mom was 40 something, I don't even know. She was in her 40s and decided she wanted to get a different job and she needed higher education for that, so she just went back to school for 2 years. got a higher education, and then was able to do it. You know? So it's a good reminder that even if there's stressors on the outside, because, you know, I never know what people's lives are gonna be like, and I can't speak for everyone in everything. But don't feel like your life has ended just because you're of a certain age. And like, I'm very aware that that I'm very lucky to have parents who were very chill and supportive and gentle about that kind of thing. But it's good to remind yourself of that anyway. Even now, I don't have everything in life achieved that I want to, but I mean, wouldn't it be boring if I had everything in life achieved that I wanted to at the age of 27? Like, what the fuck would I get up to if I had everything achieved that I'd wanted to do? Say it? I will, thank you. I'm gonna have some rough years ahead of me, is what you're saying. Sometimes I feel like I'm 80 because of bones cracking. I mean, not necessarily. I will tell you though, if you're in your early 20s, start doing gentle exercises and stretching, and you will save yourself pain in the end. It doesn't have to be like full on going to the gym, but some healthy activity doesn't hurt, keeping your body healthy. I didn't fall behind till high school. Yeah, gifted childhood syndrome. I didn't have that as much. I wasn't like a gifted kid. But as I've mentioned before, and I'm not afraid to say, I fully dropped out of high school, so I did my full 5 years of high school and then I dropped out anyway. Because I was having a very rough time. But even that, if I wanted to get a degree now, technically I could. There's nuance there for sure, and that's why I'm like, I don't know everyone's life, because like I said, I'm disabled. I can't do everything as easily as others, and there are definitely ways in which I struggle that I can't make up for or anything. Like, there's just certain limits within the system. But with that, I think it's important to remember, okay, well, I am only so old. And even if I'm 80, I could still do things. I'm not even 20, and I got the oh no feeling. I mean, I feel you. For me, it started when I was very young. But again, like, gentle, especially stretching, helps a lot. I remember when I graduated high school and a friend of mine was freaking out that she didn't know what to study, even though we were only 18 at the time, and realistically, even if you don't get a job till you're 30, you'll have a full 40 years left to just work. Yeah. And with that too, very little people stay within their line of work that they studied. So you can treat it, like, take that with a grain of salt, but like, I know a lot of people that just like studied one thing, started working in that subject, and then started doing something else down the line. Like, people get different jobs as well. You don't have to stick to the thing you studied to. It's also okay to start doing something else. We're human. We're not supposed to stay as a singular thing for forever. Oh, I forgot the little things on her. I don't even know what the fuck this is. Like, all I'm trying to say is that life isn't as scary as people make it out to be. Take your time in certain things. It'll be okay. And just because you didn't get something done before a certain time in your life does not mean you can't get it done later. Now I want to see an 80-year-old Noi streaming. If I'm still streaming by then, I'd be impressed, honestly. And also, like, it doesn't mean that you should wait around for everything to happen either, because, like, some people take that as an excuse to just sit around and not do anything. I mean, you can, but I don't think that'll be very enjoyable either. Like, you do have to go out and live a life. Okay, I don't know why I'm bothering with these. It doesn't make that much of a difference. You know, like, you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. But that doesn't mean you have to be rushing out 24/7 to make things happen either. Okay, now I have this cool new brush. Pretty sure they are all technically leaves. That's okay. Just to get some variation of texture in there. Also, what program do you use? I use Easy Paint Tool Sci 2, specifically. The model would need to have a cane. Probably. Some little foofies. she has a lot of like little hairs that just stick out, which is perfect because I can do that with my little technique. I always love doing this, just the adding, like, it's with with furries it's the easiest because there's fur, so you can add a lot of like little details to stick out of the line art. But I just love doing this, it's so fun. And with hair it works really nicely as well. What happened to the text-to-speech here, by the way? I could only use one overlay at a time, so I used the Companion of the Lamb thing. So I turned it off. After I'm done playing that game, I will probably turn it back on again, but it was just a hassle to have to switch every time. So I stick to it for now. Because it's just easiest for me, because like I already have a tendency to forget things before starting a stream. If I give myself more things to do at the start of a stream, I think I will go insane. Little fluffy tail. I should do something for the background of it. It's not my strong suit. probably gonna just end up doing shapes. Because I just used this color as like a fill-in color, which is funny because it's kind of her eye color. Okay, definitely not that. Okay, let me just add a background again because I can't see what I'm doing. Just responding to something real quick. I don't know if me adding the year to things will stick, because I tend to forget. Also, yes, I will add my signature twice. I haven't really had issues with people stealing my art or anything. But with fan art, I usually get a little bit more suspicious. These together. Go slightly softer. Yeah. Alrighty though, that means I am all done, actually. I'm all finished. And that's all I really wanted to do, was just finish this bit of work. I'm very pleased with getting it done under 2 hours. Because I've been streaming for 2 hours, but I always start out talking and such, so... Very nice, thank you! Yeah, I'm genuinely very pleased. I didn't want to take too long doing flat colors, but yeah, streaming just helps me focus a little bit. So thank you guys for being here for that. Put this away and move over here. Because that means I'm all done, and I will look for someone to raid. I noticed that I need to zoom out a tiny bit. There we go. So otherwise my ears clip into the ceiling. It was very cute. Thank you so much. I'm very, very, very happy to have finished that piece. Commissioned for a very good friend of mine. It's always very nice to do that kind of stuff. It's almost 11. Have a good night. It is almost 11 indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will quickly look if there is someone for me to raid. Oh, please don't. Okay. I always fear that it's gonna autoplay music on my own stream. Have a good night. Thank you. Do we have any recommendations for me to raid? Otherwise, I do have some options. But yeah, I enjoy doing these like shorter off-schedule streams where I just do a bit of art for like 2 hours, call it a day. I look forward to having a full weekend of streaming again. Alrighty, I think if we don't have any suggestions, I will raid Diva Panda again. It's a very lovely streamer. Let me see. Yes, it seems like she started very recently. Love that. I was going to suggest her. Perfect. I love her. She's so sweet. Very, very good vibes for streams and chill times. And that's exactly the kind of vibes we had here. Like, just, I don't know. I like going from chill vibes to more chill vibes. So I'm gonna start the raid. Thanks again, guys, so much for hanging out with me. I hope to see you guys on Friday for another art stream on the regular time. And I'll be streaming again on Sunday as well. If you're coming with me to raid Diva Panda, y'all know the deal. Please refresh to actually help out their stream. And be nice in the chat if you're gonna be chatting. Hi, Ossium! Sorry you missed it, but thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Take care, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, let's go. Bye-bye!